Algar Productions.
This is the Post-Atomic Horror, the most comprehensive Star Trek podcast ever produced. Your hosts are Ron Algar Watt and Maggie Robotham. Episode 489, The Inner Fight, and Old Friends, New Planets, with Terry Lohmeyer.
Hi, friends. Welcome to the Post-Atomic Horror. I'm Al.
I'm Maggie.
I'm Tilo.
Yay!
And she likes to clap.
Uh-huh. So I had the thought, I don't want to write a summary this week. I'm like, wait a minute. 2 people in my home can come on the show and do that so that I don't have to.
Oh, is that why I'm here?
No, not at all. I realized we only had 6 pairs of episodes left and you hadn't been on yet.
Yeah, I do. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, I looked at the, I was like, oh, Tilo's on.
Yeah, that's why
I
you guess
didn't
know last
Tilo's
week.
on.
I didn't know last week. Or she didn't either.
Nope.
But now here she is. Hooray.
Look, let's just keep bringing people in so we don't have to write summaries. It's a great plan.
I agree. But these, we're at the end of season 4 now, so that's
We sure are. One more season to go.
yeah, 5 more pairs, 10 episodes to go. That's nothing.
Oh, wow. You're practically done.
Yeah, pretty much.
Practically done in every way.
Show hasn't completely broken me yet. I feel like you were definitely happier than I was with these episodes.
I was happier with one of these episodes. The Inner Fight's a real basket of shit.
Well, that's as good a transition as any. Tilo, why don't you tell us about the Inner Fight?
I shall.
Also, great wordplay, by the way. It's just like the episode The Inner Light, except
Hilarious.
like that.
Except it has
hilarious
nothing to do
joke.
with that at all.
Nope.
A hilarious joke and jape.
Okay, here I go. Hi, I'm Tilo, and I don't think you've heard any of my Lower Decks opinions yet. It's because I don't have any. This show slips out of my head 5 minutes after I've seen it. I binged the whole first season in one go when it came out, and the only thing I remember was that there was a joke about a Miles O'Brien statue. Is it a good show? Is it a bad show? No, it's just an utterly forgettable one. Al, Maggie, what if I just went back to bed?
No.
No.
Go back to bed.
I want to go back to bed.
Yeah, if we have to be here, so do you.
Okay. Okay, I can do this. Okay. Mariner is acting even more self-destructive than usual. I know, how can you tell? But people have noticed. Captain Mom calls a meeting. What's an intervention where you don't bother to invite the interventee? That kind of meeting. Nobody knows what's wrong with Mariner, so instead of getting her some actual help, they decide to distract her. The Cerritos is going off to a dangerous mission to find an endangered former Starfleet guy, Nick Locarno. You know, that guy that helped Wesley Crusher kill a guy. Never forget. Meanwhile, T'Lyn, Tendi, Boimler, and Mariner go off to repair an old relay satellite. But actually, this satellite didn't just go offline. It's been sabotaged. The Cerritos goes to New Axton, planet of criminals, and show up in their Starfleet uniforms. It doesn't go well. A mysterious bounty hunter keeps beating them to the punch when looking for leads to find Nick Locarno. Back at the satellite, some Klingons fuck with our guys, destroying their shuttle, and they manage to beam down to the abandoned planet. Except, not abandoned. There's a Klingon, a Ferengi, some Orions, Binars, some Vulcans, even a Cardassian. Wait, are these the people that were kidnapped by the jockstrap ship? Of course they are. The Starfleet crew members find a safe spot for the night, and Mariner finds out that this trip was supposed to keep her out of trouble, so she goes and has an angry nap. Later, she sneaks out and enemy mines with a Klingon. Mariner reveals that she had been friends with Sito Jaxa while in the academy, and Mariner doesn't want to get promoted and send her friends off to die. Mariner and the Klingon go find the other kidnapped aliens and try to convince them to work together, and an Orion nearly kills her, but Tendi shows up and saves the day with her science and badassery. And then Mariner gets mysteriously beamed away. Back on the Cerritos, it appears the mission has failed, except it was all a trick, and the masked bounty hunter was Billups, and he knows where to find Locarno. Back on Cherbolt 5, Tendi's distress call attracts a bird of prey, and so they blow it up. Then the group of kidnappees take over the Klingon ship. Mariner's not there, so it wasn't the Klingons who abducted her, but who could it be? It's Locarno. It's Nick Locarno. Of course it is. To be continued.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thankfully, you don't have to be on tenterhooks for a whole week because it's to be continued in about 20, 25 minutes when we talk about the other episode.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that you took that angle with your summary, because when we finished watching it together, you sat here and said, good thing, bad thing. I have no things.
I have no
hard
opinions
to come up with things
on the 22 minutes I just watched.
When the show first dropped, Devlin said something, I don't remember their exact words, but it was something like Lower Decks is aggressively fine.
Yep.
And I ended up inadvertently stealing that exact description when I talked about it, and then realized whoops, that's not my joke. That's Devlin's joke. But that was a good take, and they have since come around and actually like it, and has said they don't want to be on the show because they don't want to listen to us rag on it for an hour, and that's fair.
Fair, yeah. I wouldn't want to listen to me rag on it either.
But I think, and I don't want to speak for them, but a lot of the people we've talked to, like Mark last week said kind of the same thing. If you just stop looking at it critically and just sort of switch your brain off and just enjoy the dumb jokes, I think it's fun. But since we do a show where we pick it apart, it's more difficult to do that.
I mean, we've been doing this for I can't shut it off now just for this one Star Trek. I can't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, no, that would not be any fun to listen to.
Mm-hmm. Does that make me a bad person? Yes, of course it does.
Yeah. No, so many things make us bad people. We're just we're bad people.
Mm-hmm.
If you're
I'm fine with that. I've made my peace with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're the best people.
Well,
I'm pretty sure I'm one of the worst people I know. So,
No. Oh.
which is why I need therapy. See above.
on your team of bad people, you have to have at least one person who thinks you're not bad. That's just sort of she's the optimist. We gotta have one of them.
It's me.
But you did manage to find good and bad things. So why don't you tell us? I don't know, what was your good thing?
All right, let's get this out of the way. I didn't.
Oh, well, I was stuck in a Tilo, but go ahead.
Oh, sure.
Go ahead.
Oh, I definitely didn't see Nick Locarno as the jockstrap alien coming. So, good work on keeping me guessing on that one.
See, I did, because when Brian was here a few weeks ago, he told us.
Oh, well, I completely forgot about that.
He didn't say it on the show, but in the before or after show, he told you and I, Maggie.
Huh. Well, that fell right out of my brain.
Well, fair enough.
Like an episode of Lower Decks.
No, it wasn't a bad pull, and we'll talk about this next episode when they get into what his deal is. That's, it's not bad. Mm-hmm. But it is kind of a deep next-gen pull that didn't feel like, ugh, you're doing the same 5 episodes again, huh? So that's something.
And you already knew the voice actor would come back, so that's
he
great.
was Tom Paris once already, so why not?
And I mean, I'll get into this, but using the guys from that one episode of Star Trek where Wesley Crusher killed the guy, and the actual Lower Decker guys is a good idea for this show. That's
okay. Sorry, the squadron that they had
Nova Squadron.
Yes, thank you. Is him and Wesley and the guy they killed and Cedo Jaxa, the Bajoran, and then she came back in the episode Lower Decks by herself.
Yes.
So yeah, there's a little bit of a thread there that kind of leads to this, and they'll talk about that more in the next episode.
If you're gonna do this show, that's a good way to tie the episodes together. To TNG, your beloved TNG.
I don't mind. We're in a part of the galaxy that touches a lot of next gen, and we're in a time period that's not long after, so I don't mind them doing some crossover. It's just the constant pointing at everything and saying episode names that bothers me. But
your bad thing?
Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
I want to, since we're already talking about this this character Cedo Jaxa, I want to briefly mention, I was sort of involved in the early internet fandom for the modern Star Trek shows, like Next Gen and DS9. I was on AOL. I've mentioned this before, and like Ron Moore used to come and do Q&As. It was cool.
Yep.
And we all really latched on hard to that character, Cedo Jaxa, like because in Lower Decks she went off to her presumed death, but she died off screen. And there were so many fanfics written about her still being alive in a Cardassian prison camp, and often also with Tom Riker, who also got captured off camera by Cardassians. And so I'm very familiar with this character just because we all were like, yeah, but we didn't see her die. No body, no death, right? So like when they mentioned her, I'm like, ooh, her. And Tilo, like 3/4 of the audience is probably like, who? And then I said, the one from Lower Decks. And she's like, oh, okay. Like she knew who it was.
Yeah.
Just by name, it doesn't immediately ring a bell because why would it? There's one character in one episode from 40 years ago. Why would, or 30 years ago? But I think it was a good pull, and this kind of ties to your bad thing.
Yeah, this is kind of my bad thing because, here's the thing. The stuff with Mariner about Cedo Jackson is the best that character has been on this entire show. That is the kind of shit I have needed to hear from her like 3 seasons back, because now when they're doing it...
Hang on, we didn't really get into this. Can you fill that in for the audience? Like what?
Okay, so Mariner, we have this scene where Mariner is sitting down, like having her enemy mine moment with the Klingon. And she finally gets into like what her whole fucking deal is, which is my best friend got assigned to the Enterprise. She was supposed to go out and explore space, and instead they made her be a spy and she died. And then I had to go fight in the Dominion War, and I am so sick of people getting murdered, and I just want to go and solve weird little puzzles. I'm like, I love that. This is the best character development that character has had since she showed up. And at this point, at the end of season 4, it feels so too little too late, because I've had to put up with so much of this character being so fucking annoying for so many episodes. Like, all of this, if all of this was baked into that character, that's great. That is a great character that I would be excited to have a Star Trek a series based around.
Yeah, if this reveal came at the end of season 1 or beginning of season 2, that'd be good. But we know we're 80% done with the series now. This is a hell of a time to tell us why she's like this.
And instead, we're just like, yeah, it's the last episode of the second to last, or the penultimate season of the series, and like here it is, and it just doesn't work as the reveal you guys wanted it to be, because I have had to be annoyed by her for so fucking long. Like,
well, and Tilo pointed this out in her summary, like Mariner's extra Mariner at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you really touched on this because it wasn't really relevant to the plot, but the whole teaser.
No, I skipped that.
Yeah, but let's just to sort of support our whole discussion here. Like, what happened?
The Lower Decks have to go to an outpost, a science outpost, to fix something, and it's a science outpost that has cute murder lizards, and the fence breaks, and the scientists are like, no, our cute murder lizards are going to murder us. And so Mariner just like grabs a tool and runs outside and fixes the fence with no suit, no regard for her own safety.
Even though there are suits to wear.
Yeah, there are suits.
When they first arrive, she basically shoves them down in the dirt and says, your lives are stupid. Everything you've chosen to do is stupid.
Yep.
Wow, why?
Uh-huh. It's just...
We like it here.
Yeah. Again, there's a character thing with like her being the one who's like, no, you can go out and look at new shit every day, and not getting why someone just wants to spend their lives like studying one lizard. But they never get into any of this, you know? Like, and I get that it's the comedy show. I do in fact have a sense of humor, I think.
Yeah, but if they're going to give these characters character, then sometimes that means pausing the jokes to get in their heads, and you could still do that in a funny way.
I mean, I always blame her behavior on that she's a Nepo baby trying to distinguish herself from her mom.
There's a bit of that, and there was some missed opportunity there, because the whole B plot with Freeman being a parent, and it turned out it was a plan, and it was not a bad plan, but apparently bad at handling herself on a rough world, would have been a great contrast to like, because my immediate thought was, oh, she's trying to be Mariner right now.
Yes.
Like,
And
this
failing
is
at
where
it
Mariner
dramatically.
thrives, and she's real bad at it. And like that could have been a good way to show.
Yeah.
Mariner is different now. Like she's established herself as a different person, but they didn't really do that.
No,
I'm different now.
I'm nice now.
Yes. But like to me, and I'm projecting my own shit here. It's like it's like an ADHD versus non-ADHD thing. It's like I get bored easy. I want constant excitement. Other people can focus on one thing and they get really passionate about it. And instead of saying you're stupid and you're wrong, I'm like, oh, your brain works differently than mine. It's not that hard, man.
No. At one point in this episode, I was like, is she on actual drugs?
I was
she was
also
acting
wondering that.
super crazy.
No,
Yeah.
that's just Mariner, and she just screams and is mean to everyone. And she did 2 or 3 things in this episode specifically where it's like, why are you still in Starfleet? My God.
Seriously.
And again, like you said, Maggie, it is the comedy show, and we're take some of it with a grain of salt. But this is what I keep saying: you chose to make this a canon show, so you have
Yeah,
to
seriously.
play by the established rules a little bit. So, blah. Just blah. But you're right. That development wasn't bad. It just came really late.
That's the thing. And like this here, I'm watching it. I'm like, God, this is really good. This is like, again, this is the potential this show has, and when it's on, it's so fucking good.
Yeah, because they are fans, it's obvious. But when they don't wear it on their sleeves and instead they spin something a little new out of their their love
Yeah.
of Star Trek, like that's good.
Yeah.
Like
When I was reading. Sorry.
Go ahead.
When I was reading your notes, I was like, oh, Maggie put her good thing in the bad thing slot. Because it starts out saying wonderful things. And then it's like, and it's too late.
That's the thing. My bad thing was originally in my good thing section, and then I read it again. I'm like, actually, I keep getting more and more angry about this. I think I need to move it.
Yeah.
It's also why my good thing
realized-
kind of sucks.
I realized, but you just praised like the writing on the show for a good 5 minutes there. So like, it works out. I just realized as we started talking about this, as Tila was doing her summary, was it a huge coincidence that the quiet outpost they got sent to ended up being the exact planet where everyone from the whole season ended up? Like,
I think
was
so,
there
yeah.
a reason that was the same place? Or did they just happen to pick the same planet? Like that, what an astonishing coincidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
That
the
shit
universe
we've been
is
concerned with for a
very...
year.
It's
The
very
universe
small.
is very small,
Obviously.
People are
You might
constantly
think
tripping
it's-
over each other.
You might think it's a long way down the road to the chemist, and you're wrong. It's real quick. Tila, what was your good thing?
My good thing is that I like T'Lyn.
Hell yeah.
I think she's very funny.
That's
She
my
said
girl.
a bit. Mariner was like, I could have knocked out that Cardassian, and she says, I have no doubt that you would have tried. Also, I didn't realize who the voice actor for her was.
Oh, who is she?
Valencia from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Look it up.
That doesn't sound right because I've looked her up before and I would have remembered that. I believe you, but I wonder if they changed her since last time. Or if my memory is terrible, it's probably that one.
I don't know.
Just look at
Voice
this here. No,
actor.
it says played by Gabrielle Ruiz. Oh, Valencia.
Yes,
Okay,
Valencia.
That's a different character. Never mind.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about the other one.
No.
Sorry,
She's so good at
You
yoga.
probably didn't watch that show, Maggie. But
No.
first of all, you should. I think you would.
I
It's
know.
great.
It's on the list.
But second, there's a very funny deadpan character on that show
Uh-oh.
that I thought that's
Oh, no, she's plays the girliest girl.
yeah, exactly. No, because God, what's her name? Vella Lavelle.
Oh, she's so good.
And she's the one that was sort of my dream casting if we had actual celebrities doing voices for Dal Lacerdo is why.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because she played a very good sort of deadpan character.
She also did a good job as Mermista in She-Ra.
Oh, yeah. Another show I should probably watch.
Yep.
Yeah, oh, you definitely.
But yeah, T'Lyn's great. And as Maggie's been pointing out, they introduced us to her and then promptly forgot about her for 4 or 5 episodes.
They sure did.
Out of 10, which is a weird choice. But
Also, I do have to mention that my first my human name is Terry, and my middle name is Lynn. So
you are
it is
T-Lynn.
It is
Terlin.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's just me. Because I'm so logical and straight laced.
Yes.
It's
but
often
also
been said
whimsical.
about you. Yeah.
I'm so logical.
Yep.
Very deadpan.
I mean, the children that you basically manage at your job think you're logical because in the kingdom of the blind. What was your bad thing, Tilo?
My bad thing. Oh, I can't.
Needs more
I couldn't
to
find a. Yeah, couldn't find a bad thing because it's all boring things. All set up, no payoff. And I know it's a two-parter, but still. Also, it was also incredibly obvious.
Yeah, they hit a lot of the tropes, but they didn't do anything new with them. Like a lot of running around a jungle planet hitting each other with sticks, which is not very interesting.
When they came down on the planet, and when the lower decks came down on the planet, and there were other aliens there, I was like, oh, this is where the people
Yep.
from that were kidnapped are. This is where they are.
And we'll get into this more in the next episode, but I didn't put together that the ones that went with Nick are the ones who joined him, and the ones on this planet were the rest of them.
No, that
Yeah, no,
wasn't
I didn't.
incredibly obvious.
Yeah.
No, they were not clear about that.
Nope.
Like they ditched the ones that wouldn't play nice and kept the ones that wanted to join the
They didn't even give them a chance to play nice. They're just like, okay, commanders go down on the planet, and we're keeping the shit ranks.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they were getting like they stopped short of guillotines, but they were, you know, I get the logic there.
I like the idea that you guys can guillotine each other.
That's what was happening.
I didn't love. This is not Lower Deck's fault. This is Star Trek's fault. But once again, all the different squabbling alien races, like alien cultures. Excuse me, you're not supposed to say races. Was. I couldn't get along, and the human had to come and say, "What if we got along?" And then everyone's like, "Ooh, yeah, good idea."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
I will say this.
Starfleet saviory.
I will say this: we did see the Romulan and the Ferengi team up, so something happened there.
That's true.
I did like that.
I think your bigger complaint is sort of generally with the way bad streaming shows are written, which is this episode doesn't really work on its own. It has to be taken as part of something else, which is annoying. It's always annoying. It's never done.
Bad writing.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
it is.
And this show, honestly, is usually better. Like, they've done some multi-part threads, and I don't usually feel like, well, this was half of something. Like, I'll give them credit where it's due. Like, usually each episode feels like an episode, you know?
Yeah. And now the more I think about it, the more I like Captain Mom's plan.
Which, to send Mariner off to...
No, the one that was like, oh, I'm going to go down in my Starfleet uniform and be very obviously bad at this, and, you know.
Well, that wasn't obvious to us. We were yelling the whole
we
time,
were
why
mad.
is she fucking this up? So they tricked us.
They did get
I
us.
don't know about you, Maggie. Did you?
No, they definitely tricked us. I assumed that the bounty hunter guy was going to be Nick Locarno.
I thought that too for a minute. Yeah.
Who,
Also,
by
can
the
we
way,
talk
I have written in and had to fix Nick Lacerdo about 800 times during this episode.
Yep.
Google Docs is like, oh, I know what you're trying to type.
Yeah.
I hated the disguise he was in. He was in like a spacesuit thing, and then he like drew a little cartoon face on the thing.
He was scary.
Yeah.
I just assumed they were really leaning into the Star Wars. Like, they were literally trying to do a Star Trek versus Star Wars thing in this one.
Could be.
Like,
dumb.
to the point where they go to a desert planet with a bar on it. Like, you know.
Yeah, no, and the layout of the bar was exactly the case.
It absolutely was.
Yeah.
And, like, someone goes, hey, there's a weird lizard smoking a pipe. Like, you know. I'm like, okay, you guys just went in intentionally this time.
Yeah, but it wasn't funny.
It wasn't. There was definitely something you could do with that Star Trek has never done, and that could be pretty interesting. But
You could hang a lantern on the fact that Star Trek keeps trying to copy Star Wars badly and like make it funny, but
Yeah.
they didn't do that. They just did it different.
not interested.
Yeah.
They also, I don't know about you, but I hated the gag with the Baylock puppet, which was so okay. is a pretty deep pull. Like, it was the Corbomite maneuver, like when Clint Howard used the thing on the view screen and it ended up being a puppet. But then it ended up being a real alien, which they then beat up, and it felt like a real, like, Family Guy or South Park joke. Like, it just went real mean all of a sudden, and I didn't care for it.
No, happy though I was to see the Baylock puppet, because I like the Baylock puppet.
Of course, you could get a voice actor who could sound closer to the real one and not just like some comedian trying to do a voice, but that's just my ongoing thing.
You should get Clint Howard. It's not like he's not working.
No, not... Clint Howard was, but first, the Tranya.
No, I understand that. They should
although
get
that
him...
wasn't his voice, I don't think.
Yeah, no, they should get him back, and it's like, okay, you do an impression of the guy, of the other guy.
No. You get someone who can do this kind... like, come on. Anyway, no, let's just get Paul F. Tompkins again.
Yeah, sure.
It wasn't him, but it might as well have been. My good thing, there was one line of dialogue that really caught me off guard that I liked, and it was Mariner, of all people, when Locarno takes her on his ship, and it's very... I don't think it was a direct nod to the Abrams movies, but it was very Apple Store, like white, gleaming, very few like furnishings or anything. And she just wakes up and looks around and says, "What in the minimalist hell?" And it was funny. And my bad thing was fucking Boimler dreaming and saying, "Teach me how to tap dance Beverly Crusher." Like, how do you know? How do you know about that? Well, I watched the episode Data's Day, which was from season 4 of Next Gen, maybe 5. I don't remember. Maybe 3. No, I don't remember now.
She would do it, though.
No, she'd be like, "Ugh, I raised a wiener like you. I'm not going to hang out with them." Like, voluntarily.
She loves.
We'll get to his wiener in a second.
Oh, 2, actually, because there's also, "Oi, don't forget Jack Crusher and Bob's your uncle."
Oh, my God. What a thing to happen to me. A Jack Crusher.
Oh, look, it's Q, my arch nemesis. What else?
What else?
Speaking of bad British accents, there was, was it one of the Romulans?
No, it was at the criminal planet.
Oh, right. "Oh, we're not going to let you in here."
You have to
Could
go.
you not find a British person?
No, they could not. And also, why did that person have to be British?
Yeah, that's true, too. Probably because it was... Well, go ahead.
I was definitely a voice actor they were using who needed to do a different voice.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. They did have a nice little callback at the bar where they referred to a drink called Jippers, which that's a nice subtle callback.
Yep.
Because if I had any money, I'd be sipping Jippers on a beach somewhere.
God, I would love to be sipping Jippers on a beach right now.
In a cape.
Jippers might be disgusting, but I don't care.
I'd be sipping Jippers on my deck right now if our neighbor wasn't out there smoking the foulest cigarettes in the universe.
Ugh.
No, in a cape.
Yes, of course.
Because you would look great in a
I
cape.
would look fantastic in a cape.
I've seen you in a cape. You do look fantastic in a cape.
Have I worn a cape? I don't remember.
Yeah, you wore one
Jedi
for,
robes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. What else? I don't think I have anything.
Mariner hugs a Klingon at one point, which is kind of cute.
That gag I liked, where because she's had her epiphany, and he's like, "Yes, you are a warrior, and here is why you're a warrior." And she's like, "Thank you for teaching me about that, and that doesn't mean you can hug me. Knock it off."
I also like when it rained glass. That was cool.
That was actually cool.
It was a cool idea. Just shards of crystal falling out of the sky,
Yep.
which feels scientifically plausible.
I'm sure there's like a planet or a moon in our solar system that rains glass or something. I think I
Venus.
Some
All
mineral
all
of
the
some
worst
kind.
awful shit happens
Yeah.
on Venus.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're describing this episode, and there's some good stuff in it. It just didn't
Hang together as an episode?
register. Didn't make an impact.
No, there were individual high points, which my theory is there's 1 or 2 good writers on the staff, and when it's their episode to write the main stuff, it's good, and otherwise they contribute little bits like that.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Yes, there's a bit where Mariner hops on the shuttle with the rest of the team. She goes,
Oh, yes, I was hoping
"Woo."
you'd say this.
Woo! Girls Trip plus Boimler, which that was every hangout I had with my friends in my 20s until I figured out that it was actually just Girls Trip.
Give yourself credit. Even pre-transition, you were infinitely better than Boimler.
Oh, thank you. What a nice thing
But
to
I
say
get
about me.
I get what you're saying. It's a very funny observation.
There were so many times where the car would load up and it would be like 5 girls and
You.
me, yes.
And this boy who we feel completely unthreatened by for some reason.
Whose boy is this?
Doesn't give us strong boy energy. Don't know why.
No,
Oh,
weird.
well. Yeah.
Probably
That's
not worth
for-
addressing.
That's for him to work out, I guess.
You didn't see the air quotes with those fingers.
She heard them.
It's cute.
I'm a voice professional. I can insert air quotes and you'll know they're there. All right. Anything else?
Professional. I think that's it.
Tila?
Nope.
Okay. Well, let's go on to the season 4 finale. Old Friends, New Planets. Maggie,
Old
what do you
Friends, New Planets. Shit, where are my notes? Okay. After a flashback to Starfleet Academy 13 years ago, when we watched the members of Nova Squadron prepare to get their best friend killed and Wesley Crusher to get the worst talking to of his entire life, we cut to the present, where Nick Locarno has just beamed Mariner onto the good ship Crotch Itch. He presents Nova Fleet, an army of stolen ships, each run by an army of defected lower deckers, each inscribed with a little bitty Nova Fleet logo because some people never stop cheering for their high school football team. He also shows Mariner his stolen Ferengi Genesis device, which will give him real bargaining power in the universe, and his impenetrable Trinar shield. It was built using 3 binars, which sounds disgusting to me.
got?
Meanwhile, Captain Freeman is preparing the Cerritos to go after her kidnapped crew member, which was a problem because Starfleet is refusing to send any ships after Beckett until they can negotiate with all the various species that are in Nova Fleet in an effort to not start any wars this week. Everyone really wants a war right now. Freeman and the Cerritos crew defy orders, and Tendi takes the crew to Orion, where they hope to bargain with Tendi's sister for a warship they can use as backup. Tendi's sister refuses. There's some brief trial by combat. You get it. The Cerritos loses, and Tendi offers to leave Starfleet and return to Orion if they can get their warship. That one does the trick. They get the warship. Warship turns out to be a real crapmobile. This is a scientific term, of course. Meanwhile, over in Nova Fleet, Mariner steals the Genesis device and leads the bad guys on a merry chase in one of the better action sequences I've seen in this show. This eventually culminates in a Wrath of Khan style showdown in a nebula, which nobody, and I repeat, nobody points a big foam finger at and goes, "This is just like the end of Wrath of Khan." It just looks good. Meanwhile, the Cerritos and the Crapmobile arrive and launch the Crapmobile into the Trinary shield, allowing Freeman and the command crew to sneak into the captain's yacht. While Boimler assumes captaincy of the Cerritos, and honestly, you know what? Good for that guy. Yeah, I said it. I still hate him, but I am not immune to this kind of bullshit. Fearing that Locarno will take control of the Genesis device, Mariner arms it and prepares to be exploded. Locarno arrives, there's another brief fight, and then Freeman beams Mariner to safety. Then the funniest joke to ever happen in Lower Decks occurs when Nick attempts to disarm the Genesis device, and it turns out to have a paywall behind it. Back on the Cerritos, the Lower Decks kids briefly unite before Tendi is forced to return to Orion. And I enjoyed that episode so much that I'm not even going to make a joke about how they should have taken Boimler and Mariner with them, the annoying characters.
So, all right, I'm just going to launch into my bad thing because I take issue with something you said. I thought the Wrath of Khan stuff was very on the nose. They duplicated, I would say, 30 or 40 shots from the movie. That's not an exaggeration. And entire sections of the score. Like, it was just that movie. It was just like they took the storyboards and drew the Lower Decks, like, character models over it. And yes, they didn't have someone point it out, but they didn't need to because it's the most well-known Star Trek movie, and they just copied good chunks of it.
No, that's the thing. I was sitting there waiting. I'm like, this looks really good. Oh, wait, this is Wrath of Khan. I recognize these shots. And then I was just like, okay, any second now, Mariner is going to turn to the Genesis device that she has befriended and go, well, this is just like when Khan attacked that. This is just like when Khan had that wrath. And they didn't. I was like, fuck. I gotta mail them like a gift certificate or something. Good show.
You know, I know they say this isn't real, but I think you have Stockholm Syndrome.
Could be. I will take what I can get. I had a fun time with this episode, you know? This is one of the ones that got me.
I liked that they had a Genesis device, and I think that should have been the extent of the Wrath of Khan reference. I think that was a cool idea, and you're not wrong that the Ferengi, like, he goes to disarm it, and it says, please insert 2 strips of latinum, and like, that's how that would work.
Of course,
laughed.
a Ferengi bomb is coin operated.
Yes.
I laughed so hard at that, and it was it was such a good fucking, like, analyze it, like, what's the culture look like? It's a Ferengi fucking Genesis device. Of course you got to pay to turn it off.
And I'll say they did a good, like, they were in full season finale mode. They did a lot of callbacks to the rest of the season. Some landed, some didn't. But, like, that was a callback to the episode they spent on Ferenginar where we saw all that kind of bullshit happening. So it was a nice nod to, like, it works, you know what I mean? It works as a callback, too. So I liked it. And, like, I didn't like that they brought the fucking Mark Twain thing back again. Not because of my thing with Mark Twain. Again, that was only that Mark Twain. I thought the gag was funny before. I thought coming back to it again was a little lazy.
I don't know. I Freeman going, why does this keep working, was really funny to me.
Yeah.
It was short enough that it didn't bother me.
I guess. I don't know. Like, they brought back Rutherford's nemesis, which is actually I didn't mean to do my good thing yet, but that's what they did. Like, where they're trying to get this just absolute garbage pile of a ship working, and engineering is like, what if we did this? What if we did this? And the fact that he was not a throwaway character for laughs in that one episode, but he's a constant thorn in Rutherford's side. Like, I'm glad. If you're building this world, make him show up every now and then.
Yeah.
And make Rutherford come up with some good ideas, and this guy come up with maybe just a little bit better ideas, and for them to be really annoyed with each other. Like, that worked. And they did the season finale thing where each character sort of came back to a conflict from previously in the season, and they, like, did another beat with it, and that was good.
Well,
like that.
And the thing I like with that is that Rutherford is such a nice guy. Like, nothing gets to him, and I love
having
that
a guy.
This one dude who's just like, fucking guy.
But also you get it, because Rutherford wants to do a good job, and this guy might be a little better than him.
But not nicer.
But not nicer. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, I raised the efficiency up by 15%. Well, that's cool. The thing I did raised it by 17%. Like,
Not even, like 15.1.
Yeah, he's not even that much better, but it's enough that it's like, I wanted to get an A+, you know.
Whereas if they worked together, they could have gotten it up to 15.5.
See, normally I'd agree with you, but because this is the funny one, I don't mind that there's a little extra conflict there.
Yeah. Also, just
sure.
the nicest guy in the world, just like, fuck.
Well,
Yeah.
I
we've
can't
all
remember
got
the guy's
somebody.
name.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
think of the absolute most, like, pleasant, likable person you've ever met. They've got someone that are this fucking guy. You know,
This I
fucking
have
guy.
that. Sometimes there's like one person at work who drives me crazy. She's retiring.
ooh, very
I know.
That
I don't have
that
to
means
deal
you
with her
won.
anymore. Yeah, I know. I did. I
That
outlasted
is
her.
a good thing. And speaking of good things, Tilo,
Oh yes,
I'm so good at this.
you are. So
Why
good at
don't you
this.
tell us? No, we were already talking about that garbage ship, and yours kind of
Yeah.
ties into that.
Excuse me, it's a
I-
crapmobile.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
you're
the
right.
Crapmobile. I really liked their cool Star Trek trick, which was flinging the big non-operational ship through the barrier.
I don't know that I've seen that before.
No,
It's
I really
just-
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just the kind of thing that they come up with.
it's like a big pointy explosive thing, and
Yeah.
they're like, okay, what if we just use it as a missile then?
Let's just we can't get it to work. Let's just throw it through.
That's the other thing is, like, you have it show up and it's super big and intimidating that you don't notice that it's being tugged by the captain's yacht. Like,
Yeah.
that's also great.
Yes. And I like that as a Star Trek fan, I'm not, no surprise to anyone who's listened to the show. Like, I don't know how any of the fake engineering works, and I don't care. I never have.
Yeah.
But watching engineering say it will take months, maybe years to get the ship moving, I'm like, okay, if they pull something out of their ass because of technobabble, which is what Voyager would have done. Oh, we just patched the EPS conduits to the thing and now it works fine. Like, no, you just said the stakes are this will take months. So it would have felt really cheap if they got it working. So
Yeah.
this was a way to honor what they said before and still make it work.
Yeah.
It worked narratively too.
No, I love that. They didn't fix it. They just filled it with dynamite.
Yeah. It was a good plan.
They're like, fuck the Orions. They're not getting this ship back anyway.
Yeah,
And
fuck those guys.
one of the things we've enjoyed about this show is very occasionally they'll come up with a genuinely good thing that would work in a serious Star Trek show. Like, I think it was last season or the season before where they took the hull off. That was cool, too.
Yeah. Awesome.
And that would have worked on Next Gen or Discovery or whatever. Like, it doesn't have to be a funny thing. You know?
That's when the show remembers that it's Star Trek and not just that it's that it likes Star Trek is when it really shines for me, because then these characters stop making stupid jokes and like the things I like about their characters actually get to do things, you know?
Yeah, like end of season 3, there were a couple good episodes that were just like really Star Trek-y.
Yeah. I think that was when we were like, oh, is the show finally getting good? I think it was the last 2 of season 3.
No, it's like
one of them was that they took the whole episode off, actually. Maggie, what was your good thing?
So I really liked the reveal that Nick Locarno was the villain in this one. There is nothing in the world I like more than a bad guy who is an entitled asshole that's bitter that nobody can acknowledge how great he is, peaked in high school, and is just desperate to get back to the glory days when people thought that he mattered. I love that kind of bad guy. That is my favorite kind of bad guy. If the world has taught me anything, it's that those are the assholes who do the absolute worst damage. And also, bringing together an army of lower deck guys is just a neat concept for this show. Like, you just take everyone who's all like, my fucking boss is such a fucking idiot. Go, no, we'll all go off here together. And then you find out that your new boss is just as big a fucking idiot, possibly more so, because all of his crap is ego-driven.
See, that angle I thought had potential, but they didn't tease it out enough. I would have loved to spend some time with those lower deck guys, like, oh, we're living in our perfect utopia finally, and then gradually realizing that, like, we saw that briefly, but I feel like really playing with that concept and making us think it was actually a good idea and then having it fall apart would have worked better.
That's the thing. I would love to see him, see them trying to set up this, this perfect utopia or whatever, and it doesn't work because their leader doesn't give a shit about any of that. He's just in this for the glory and so that he can prove that he's right to people who don't remember who he is.
Yeah. I have two things about this.
Yes.
First of all, I don't believe that Nick, it didn't seem possible to me that Nick by himself was able to reach out to all these lower decks people and convince them to do this. It seemed out of his league to me.
Sense.
I mean,
Get the resources to pull it off. That's fair.
Not even resources, just personality.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that the one thing we know about this guy is that he's got the charisma to make people do what he wants, even when it's an obviously stupid idea.
He did talk Wesley into killing a guy.
He talked 3 other people into going out into space and coming back as 2 other people. So that's something.
Okay. And then the other thing is, he was like, "This is our." Oh God, how did he put it?
Nova something.
No, it was. He said, it was a coalition of equals.
Yeah.
He's like, I have created a coalition of equals, and I'm like, yeah, that's what Starfleet thinks it is too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he thinks he can do better than Starfleet.
Yeah, he's like,
sucks.
I'm just gonna create the same thing.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, and Boimler made a Star Trek reference that didn't bother me. He said, yeah, someone tried that, the Maquis.
Yeah.
And that's a valid point, buddy. And that didn't work out either.
No, it did not.
Nope.
But at least they had ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boimler's not my buddy, just to clarify.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, I liked that Nick was. There was the bit where Mariner's trying to outsmart him, and he's like, "You can't outsmart me. I graduated top of my class." And Mariner said, "But you didn't graduate." Famously.
Yeah.
And that was very good.
It's so good. God damn, he's such a good bad guy. I love that kind of shithole.
I mean, he's very much in the model of the people in power who are vexing us right now.
You don't say.
Like the guy who inspires a cult that just treats all his people as dispensable. Huh. Weird.
Yeah, weird.
Weird that gets under our skin for some reason.
Yeah, how odd.
How'd you guys feel about the flashback? Because they did a whole, the moments before the episode, The First Duty. where we got to see
He
those
said
4
duty.
people.
I really liked it, except for one thing, and it's Will Wheaton doing the squeaky voice teen.
Well, he wasn't a teen by that point. He was supposed to be like 18 or 19.
Yeah, no, and he
I
was
think
definitely like,
What you wrote down was prepubescent, and I'm like, when do you think puberty happens?
no, I know that, but he comes up, he's like, I don't know about this,
yeah.
Nick.
He sounded like a 50-year-old guy trying to sound like a 20-year-old guy.
Yeah, exactly. I was very much like, yes, Will Wheaton still can't act.
Well, I mean, that's true. We're going to see more of him in Prodigy as well. So
Oh,
look forward to that.
good.
Or hear more of him. It's anime.
I was thinking about this. My journey throughout Pa, like a lot's happened in those many years. But one of the things I will always remember is that I went from hating Wesley to liking Wesley to hating Will Wheaton.
Well, we went in thinking, okay, maybe like the overwhelming public opinion has been unfair. Maybe this character's actually not so bad. And for a minute, there was some evidence to back that up, but then there wasn't. So.
The thing is, that character did have a pretty good arc over the course of that series, you know?
Until the last beat of it, I would say.
Yeah, that one didn't really work out.
When he suddenly said, I never wanted to be in Starfleet, I'm like, what? File not found. What
Yeah.
are you talking about?
The thing is that, and I said this at the time, like that would have been an interesting direction to take if they had done anything with it, which they didn't.
No, of course not.
No, he fucking loves Starfleet.
Yeah. And obviously he felt pressured and like, you know, being surrounded by first his famous dead dad and his mom and his fake dad, Captain Picard. But still, like,
And also the prodigy who goes to college and finds out that he's not so special after all.
well, that's fine. But I did like that they got, like, yeah, he didn't do a great job, but they got him back and they got Cito Jax's voice performer back, which
Yep.
she hasn't played the character since Next Gen. Nobody probably remembers what she sounds like anyway.
Yeah,
But
that's fine.
yeah, but it was cool. And Josh, who they killed, didn't speak, which was I thought was a good choice. They didn't even give that guy a character. He's already sort of the sacrificial lamb
Yeah.
from minute one, and that's pretty good. Because it would have been real easy to give him like, oh, this is going to be the best time ever, guys.
Yeah.
Our futures are ahead of us. And
I'm only one day to retirement, and
yes, exactly. Really? You haven't even graduated.
fuck, God, that sounds
And I'm
amazing.
going to marry my best girl when we get back.
Should have just said, yeah, I'm going to go visit my mom next week. That would have been devastating.
Yep, exactly. Tilo, what was your bad thing?
Oh. I didn't like that Tendy's barter by combat plan failed so stupidly. Like, yeah, maybe it should have failed, but anything other than the Orion Warrior cartoonishly falling over on Bird Doctor would have been a better ending. Like, maybe he fluffs up and she's like, aha, I take allergy medication now. Literally anything other than just floomp over.
Yeah, that was
would-
Tendy's plan. Was like, I didn't pick the strongest person here. I picked the ridiculous bird, and it's because you're allergic to birds.
Yeah, it was a strategic, that's a good strategic choice, but it should not have failed because of,
Because of a cheap laugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole sequence was just like, and again, criminal waste of one of my favorite comedians. Just that character, I hate him. And
Yeah, he's real bad.
he's got no depth whatsoever. He's just bad at his job and kind of a coward. That's it.
Yep.
It's nothing.
And he likes eating vomit because Bird.
Yeah. But like he fluffs up his leaves and then she starts sneezing and gets snot all over him. It was like just extended cheap laughs. And then, yeah, you're right. Then Tendy got to show how smart she was and it still didn't matter. She still lost.
yeah. It was dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Maggie, what was your bad thing?
What was my bad thing? Hang on a sec. I got to scroll back
Well,
up.
I'm the one who asked you that.
Oh yeah, the one time this show doesn't go for a direct TNG reference, and it could have gone for a direct TNG reference and didn't. Where's my war farewell for Tendi, you cowards?
Oh, you're talking about when she's leaving.
Yeah,
everyone
you
on
have
ship should
when you have the
been lined up.
entire crew lined up for the walk to the transporter. I love that shit. They should have done that.
See, Worf was a senior bridge officer. I like, in keeping with the lower decks thing, she's just not important enough for
Well, then they should have had like 5 people line up for her.
they should have had like Delta Shift and like they've definitely defined enough lesser people that they could have done something like that. You're right.
Yeah. Everyone loves Tendi, including me, and they fucking need to.
Tendi's the best.
Also, we know she's not going anywhere. They did this exact.
Oh yeah, of course.
Season 1 where we thought Boimler was leaving the ship and he was gone 2 or 3 episodes and then he came back. That's exactly what's going to happen with her. I'm certain.
Oh yeah.
Or we'll follow her adventures on Orion and they'll overlap with what the Cerritos is doing.
I've just realized that the Orions are fairies in this show.
Okay,
Are they?
I don't speak that. So
Well,
please.
because fairies will make bargains with you that are like they're tricks. If you fall for their bargain, and then you will never get exactly what you wanted. And they're green, so they're fairies.
Oh, okay.
That seems tenuous.
I just thought,
but
I just thought they were jerks. You know.
yeah.
Fairies are
Like,
also jerks, because I know
think-
you're a Terry Pratchett fan, so I know you know that
Yep.
fairies are jerks.
Yep.
That is true. No, I just think Dearica is a real asshole.
I love her.
I'm so tired of them just naming them like D' regular name.
But
Yeah, Beth.
There was a Baeth. Hilarious. What else?
What else?
there's a bit where I think it's Boimler is like, oh, he looks just like Tom Paris, and Rutherford's like, I don't see it.
I thought they had one good opportunity for a joke for that, and I thought they kind of wasted it. They could have done more with like, wait a minute, I know this guy. This is Tom Paris. And then like, I don't know. It felt like someone needs to say it. Okay, someone said it. Moving on.
The character design of him made me annoyed, like distracted, because his hair, his beard, and his 5 o'clock shadow were like all different colors, and he looked like he had a Neapolitan head.
Neapolitan ice cream, you mean?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was distracting. I didn't like it. Like, I know you're supposed to look like I have it shaved because I don't care about rules. But
That is Star Trek code for this is a badass.
Yeah.
Rumpled hair and stubble.
Again, though,
Your lady, nothing. Sorry.
Again, though, I love that his like, what's the way I can look the least Starfleet ever?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
'Cause I'm
No,
so-
canonically it sucks. Yeah.
because I'm cooler than Starfleet.
What else?
even a Mariner was one that was like, how can you have 3 like, can you even have 3 binars? Good question.
Yeah. Let's not get into it though.
No, let's not answer that.
Nope. They did do a good bit where all the coalition ships have surrounded the ship that Mariner's stolen, and they've surrounded her in a very 2-dimensional way. Just all on the same plane, up and down, surrounding her, and she just goes up and over. Like everyone has said from the beginning of Star Trek, you have a whole direction, like a whole dimension available that no one's using. What the fuck?
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
like that.
Everyone who writes for science fiction and is in Starfleet should read Ender's Game.
No, that's okay. We don't need to support that guy.
I can read
Get a used
some-
copy at the library.
I can read something that's influenced by
Better.
Ender's Game, or hopefully better than Ender's Game.
Or you could take like 6th grade math and learn
Oh, yeah.
how 3 dimensions work. Draw a cube.
That's
There,
one
done.
of my things that I can't let go of, even though
That's
the
fine.
person like
That's
I
fine.
can't
We've all
do.
got
I
'em.
can do Death of the Author for this one
I
book,
understand.
just
We've all
this
got
one
'em.
book.
But
Look,
that's
it's a
yeah.
good. I fucking man, I read it in high school. Fucking, it's a good fucking sci-fi book.
It was on my short list of like because I've reread or read a lot of classic sci-fi relatively recently, and that was on the short pile. And then I found out how awful he was. I'm like, well, never mind. Because from what I understand, a lot of that awfulness is in the text. Like this isn't
Oh, yeah.
about Death of the Author. It's about like this guy put some of his grossness in the book. So
Oh, so here's the thing. There, I don't know if this was Seattle adjacent enough that you guys would have heard it or not, and probably not. But there was a car dealership when I was younger, probably in like college era, called Ocean Park Ford.
okay,
And they had a theme song that went, "Doors are always open at Ocean Park Ford," and all I could ever think of was, "The doors are always open at Orson Scott Card."
Oh, yep. I was like, where is this long walk going? But that's very good. Mm-hmm. Also, you know who my preferred Orson is.
Oh yeah, yes.
The only other Orson there is, not counting Mork from Mork's Boss.
Or the pig.
Right. All right. What else? Anything?
I think that's it. Is that it? That's it. Yeah.
What about you, Tilo?
I just have one note that says, of course Tendi would sacrifice herself to save her friend.
Well,
Oh,
of course
yeah.
she would.
Because she's the best.
I did, while I don't believe she's seriously going anywhere, I did like the sort of emotional gut punch of T'Lyn saying, the Vulcans are calling me back to go back home, but I'm going to stay here and be your science pal. And then immediately Tendi has to leave.
Yes.
And so T'Lyn's stuck there without the reason she wanted to stay. Mm-hmm. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, but Rutherford looks so sad.
He's so
course he
sad.
did.
Yeah.
He's so
Of
sad.
course he did. That's his best pal.
Aww.
All right. Well, then that's it. That's it for
Yeah.
season 4. That's it for this episode. Tilo, you got anything you want to plug or anything?
Moopsie.
No,
All right.
Moopsie.
you're not allowed to plug Moopsie.
Okay. I just like saying Moopsie.
I know.
We
you
know.
do a good job of it, too.
Yeah.
Thank you. I got an Etsy shop, bunnybubbles.etsy.com. Find it, and I will
Go
be
there.
at Tacoma Pride in 2025
Yes.
if you hear this before then and you live near
uh,
Tacoma.
What are the dates on that, T?
July
It's the
12th.
first weekend of July, right? Oh, no, second
Okay.
weekend, I would guess.
July 12th.
Yeah, for some inexplicable reason, Tacoma decided, oh, well, the good cities are doing Pride in the correct month. We don't want to get overshadowed. So our Pride will be whenever it's convenient for you.
Yeah.
It's just kind of sad.
Portland did that
But it's
last year.
Tacoma. It's always in the shadow of Seattle.
It's not, though. It's its own thing.
It is. It's a cute city.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, she'll be there at Pride, like manning a
Yeah.
booth. She's
Nice.
we're all excited for her.
Womaning a booth.
So yeah, yes. Sorry, womaning a booth.
Yes.
That sounds natural.
Yes.
Occupying a booth. How about that?
And Amanda will be there too.
Yeah,
Nice.
I will help you load and unload, but I probably won't be at the actual.
No,
booth.
I know.
If I am not the center of attention, I hate being at those things.
I can't bring a puppet to this.
No.
You could bring a puppet to
I don't
that.
want you to
absolutely
be
could.
overshadowed like so much Tacoma is.
Bring Spock and Kirk and make them kiss.
Maybe I'll do that.
That's true.
All right. Next time we will be covering the season 5 premiere, which will be called Dos Cerritos.
All
and
right.
Also something called Shades of Green. So I expect we're getting right back into the Tendi thing.
Yeah, that'll probably be the Tendi thing.
Yes. As ever, the website, postatomichorror.com. If you want to write to us, we're 5 weeks away from the end, and we'll be doing a supplemental. It's postatomichorror@gmail. And, Patreon. Patreon.com/Algar. As little as $1, you can get these episodes 13 weeks ahead of everyone else. So,
Oh.
yeah. And that's all for this time.
Yeah. See ya, folks.
The Post-Atomic Horror Podcast is a co-production of Maggie Robotham and Ron Algar Watt. Copyright 2025. Please don't sue us. We're just doing this for fun.